Hello, I'm Cleopatra Wallace, and this video is all about Young Dolph. Now, Young Dolph was an American rapper, and he was 36 years old, but unfortunately on November the 17th, just this past Wednesday, he was shot dead outside of a place called Makita's Cookies. So spirit guides, holy angels, and ancestors, gather around because tonight we're going to South Memphis. So I want to be within the zip code of 38114 and on the corner of Airways and Ketchum. That's 38114 on the corner of Airways and Ketchum. And the time is 12:45. We're looking for Young Dolph. His actual name is Adolph Thornton Jr. and he was shot and murdered on the corner of Airways Ketchum on November the 17th of 2021. Oh, all right. Like I said, his actual name is Adolph Thornton. He was 36 years old. He was an American rapper. All right, let's dig around in this deck and see what comes out. We're trying to get 4 to get us started. So far, I only have 2. All right, spirits, like I was saying, we're within a zip code of 38114. We're looking for Young Dolph, whose actual name is Adolph Thornton Jr. We're on the corner of Airways. There's one more. We're on the corner of Airways and Ketchum, within the zip code of 38114. The time is 12:45. The date is November the 17th. We're in South Memphis at a place called Makita's Cookies. Oh. All right, we have 4. Let's see what came out. Okay. All right. So first thing I noticed is the moon came out twice. This is the moon in the Omega deck. And this is the moon in the Hermetic deck. So at night, the moon card means something is secret. And it's also like fluctuating because the moon grows. It gets skinny, then it grows. So that's right there is giving me the impression that there was something secret definitely was going on. There was because the murder happened in the middle of the daytime. But this moon, I'm getting the energy of the coming and going, they're going back and forth. I don't know if this was like beef where you argue with somebody, then you make up. You argue with somebody and you make up. But this moon coming out twice is giving me the on and off energy. And the only thing on this card that's being pointed out on this particular moon card is the way this thing is on her leg right there. And I tried to look and see what it is. It could look like it could be like a carburetor or a car part, but it could be like a big bed bug for all I know. But the way it's piercing her leg right there, that's the only thing on this card other than the fact that it's a moon card and that means it's secret. Let's look at the other one. Okay, almost like that same little bug thing again. See it right there? Now, this is a bug on this card. This is a beetle. And on that card, you can't tell if it's like a beetle or a car part or something. I know the beetle in Egyptian mythology is like death and rebirth. Let's clarify. And do that first. We'll try the spider deck because it's one of my favorites. And then we'll move on and ask one of the other decks what they know about it. Spiriters, we're looking at this moon card concerning Young Dolph on November the 17th at 12:45 on the corner of Airways and Ketchum at Makita's Cookies. This one is coming out. Lost Secret. What can you tell me about this moon card? Well, I see that it's a secret and it's a lost secret. But can you give me any more? Why is this beetle here? Why are you showing this beetle of rebirth? Give me a little bit more. Oh, all right. Now, when too many come out, I take the top and the bottom. So this one is the most bottom card, and this one is the most top card. All right. So now we got 3 clarifications for these moon cards. All right. So the first card that came out was a Lost Secret. And when this card first fell, I was getting the energy of someone knew where he was going and when he was going to be there. All right. And I think this caring mother card came out just now as far as the moon card, because I think they said reports are he went there to get cookies for his mom. So that could be why the caring mother card is here, because you want to try to make your mom happy if you can. But also the good marriage card came out. This good marriage card, to me, with their hands being inside the ring, is like a partnership. This could be a manager or an executive, a paper pusher, something like that. But the unbroken ring that their hands are in is a sign of there was an agreement, some kind of business agreement. All right. So we have Lost Secrets, a caring mother, and a business agreement. All right. Now, to go over to the first card, that very first card that came out was 9 of Wands. And this is somebody doing way more than they can actually do. You take on too many jobs. Just being too many jobs. And what I see on this is his back is against the wall here. When someone's back gets against the wall, it's like they can't go any further. You have to work it out. You have to figure it out. There's nowhere else to go with it. So we're going to clarify as to why they are showing his back is to the wall. And to do that, I'm going to first go with the Tarot in Wonderland. And if it doesn't give me the response out of here, we'll go on to another one. All right, Spirit, can you tell me why you're pointing out that young Dolph has his back against the wall on November the 17th of 2021 within the zip code of 38114? Why is him having his back against the wall being shown here? Was there a decision or an arrangement that couldn't go any further? What was it that he had his back against the wall about? No? All right. Let's look in here. Here's the beauty of horror. This one. All right, Spirit, I'm wanting to know what it is that young Dolph had his back against the wall about. Was there a situation or an arrangement? Clarify the 9 of Wands with him having his back against the wall. All right. What came out is the Hermit. All right. On this card, all I'm getting is steps. So I guess if your back is against the wall, you can't go any further back or forward. You can go up. Let's look at these stairs a little more. I feel like even though he was going up these steps, ascending, I don't know whether he was ascending in his, career or ascending in his family, but there was a string attached. Like, see that little hand holding this apron? That's a string attached to him. So even if he do go up the steps, he got to take whoever that is. They're going to come too. Or either they're going to keep holding the string. All right. And maybe them having that string attached begin to be too much of a burden. Having to keep up with that. Let's clarify and see if we can't find what that string is about. I want to find out who had the string. But as I'm looking at young Dolph's death, young Dolph's murder on November the 17th, around the time of 12:45 on the corner of Airways and Ketchum. There we go. On that date, can you tell me who had a string attached to young Dolph on that date that he had to take them with him? Who had a string attached? Alright, well I guess they're gonna leave it at Clint Eastwood. This came out first from the identity deck. And this is Clint Eastwood. This is a Libra. And on this card, it's scales of balance. Those scales right there. Something was out of balance. Let me look at him again. Let's clarify so we can get a little bit more information about this Clint Eastwood character that was holding the string. Spirit, giving me a little bit more information as far as who was holding the string on Young Dolph. Oh. Again. Now this here is the Nine of Potions. The Nine of Potions is usually like emotional fulfillment. But what I'm seeing is the progression in this card. Like this is the Nine of Potions. See, it starts out as 2, then it goes to 3, then it goes to 4. This is like the steps. Like, you know, ascending, going up. So this person that holding the string while he going up the steps just pointed out that I don't know if they're in control of the steps that, you know, you had to go up to become big, but it was somebody dealing with his career that was in control of how much, I don't know if it's how much publicity or distribution or how much attention he would get. All right. Now we only have one more card to clarify before we move on and ask a question or two. All right, now this last card that came out is the Emperor. Oh my goodness, again with the step thing. Now instead of steps, it's a darn ladder over here. These prongs go up, up, up. He was ascending in his career, like rising. I want to ask one, why was that a problem? Like, who didn't like him rising? I need to know the answer to that. So let's see if we can't find the answer in the tarot land. So you keep pointing out steps and ladders, and I understand that the man was on his way to becoming mega famous, but can you tell me why him ascending the steps or ascending in popularity was a problem? Why do you keep showing me steps and ladders? Why is this a problem for him on November the 27th? November the 17th at 12:45. Why was young Dolph ascending in his career a problem? All right, see what came out. The World. Now the World is completion, like, you know, life and death for real. The only thing that's This is good. I have no idea why they're showing me this. Okay, you see in her hand, there are like these little wand things with spikes. See, it's like right there, and it's right there. These look like hooks. Turn the light down. Let's see. Yeah, these are like hooks or pokers. Alright. I'm gonna ask what those things are in her hands. And to do that, I'm gonna go to the Nightmare Before Christmas and see if it's in there. So I get his whole world was ascending maybe, but what's with the sickles things in her hand? Spirit, can you clarify these sickles in her hand? Why are you showing me little pointy sickle sticks? Oh. Another moon. This is the third moon card. That's unusual. Alright, and besides the moon, the 8 of candles, which is the 8 of wands. Again, little strings. On this, it's like these little like cobwebby looking strings. Can't never make this camera go right. Okay, you can see better there. It's little strings hanging from these candles. This thing, I feel like this situation could have come about because there was like a hanger on, or, you know, like, it's almost like somebody that he had to either take with him, or cut off. Because I'm getting strings, steps, and the moon. Also, the word fine print. You know, the fine print is when you don't quite get all the details out. That's what Spirit telling me. These strings aren't actual strings. Well, I knew that he didn't have like an actual string hanging off of him. Duh, Spirit. But they're saying that these strings is the fine print. Alright. Okay, so now that how long has it been? It took us 18 minutes to clarify 4 cards. Okay, so we're going to leave these right here. And then I only have like 1 or 2 questions. Alright. So now we got some secret stuff with the moon. All the strings mean fine print. We have a partnership with this card. And over here, his back was against the wall. Alright. Well, I guess your back can become against the wall if you don't read all the fine print. But now, Spirit, what I would like to know is, on November the 17th at 12:45 to 1 p.m., on the corner of Airways and Ketchum within the zip code of 381114. No, 38114. Within the zip code of 38114. On the corner of Airways and Ketchum. It's November the 17th. We're at the Makita's Cookie Place. Now, we got 1 card to come out. What I was wanting to know is, did young Dolph know the person who murdered him? Did he know his killer? Nothing there. The card that came out first was this Knight of Wands card when I first started shuffling. So we're going to look in here, but then I'm still going to ask the question again with this other deck. Let's see. this card, all I'm getting it right now is like it's saying 19 miles. But on this card, I can't help but notice this man here riding this motorcycle. I don't know if this was the murderer, but when I was getting ready to ask if he knew the person, this card come out. Now, the Knight of Swords is a spy. The Knight of Swords has always been a spy. But I can't help but notice that this man is alone. And in the background, we just have like geography, note businesses. And the 19 miles is giving me the impression of, you know, there was an agreement. Like there was a payment. This person was paid for this. So I'm going to say no, he didn't know the person. This person was paid to do what they did. All right. So the next question should be, what was gained from his death? Spirit, can you tell me on November the 17th, the energy that was behind the killing of young Dolph? What was the energy? What was there to gain? Well, in the zip code of 38114, when the murder had taken place, what was gained and who gained it? No, not in here. All right. Lately, they've been using this Wonderland Oracle deck. But first, before I try that one, even though they're screaming, why don't I do the one they tell? I don't never gonna do what I'm told to do. All right, I'm doing them. All right, Spirit, as far as young Dolph's murder on November the 17th at 12:45 to 1 p.m., can you tell me who had something to gain? Who gained from his murder? All right, see, when you do what you're supposed to do, it works. All right, let's see what it says. All in the golden afternoon. Oh, it's a lady. A blonde lady. I don't know why I just said that, because I'm not even supposed to be looking at her hair color. Well, I guess I was supposed to say it. So, we have a blonde lady. Yeah, I was trying to see what was gained. I'm kind of getting the energy of this is not this person's first rodeo. Okay, do you see in the back how it's like all this colorful stuff behind her in the background? And then right in front of her, there's one little batch of the colorful stuff. I feel like this is young Dolph's energy. It's just being added to all of these other energies back there. So I guess what was gained is what is always gained. Energy. Money. And on this card, I'm pointing out the word conception. You know, all in the golden afternoon, that's like when you have these great ideas. So either this person was there during the great ideas, or it was their great idea to do this murder. But conception is when you come up with something. So, yeah. All right, we'll leave it right there for now. Again, I am Cleopatra Wallace. If you found this video interesting, give it a thumbs up, or you can subscribe to my channel, because who knows what's going to happen next.